guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and build the turbine. There's three parts, sorry, the mannequin, the fin, and the fan. Once you have that built, you're going to want to go ahead and leave the spawn area. Uh, Go ahead and check if there's a part to the right of the door. In our case, we got the Galvanicles hatch. Galvanicles are very useful for this Easter egg, so you can kill the denizens. Alright guys, so after turning on the power, you're going to want to go ahead and figure out which player is Stuhlinger. Stuhlinger is not the nerd, is not the girl, and is not the other older man. Stuhlinger has glasses, he's the conspirator, he has voices in his head, and he can hear the character Richtofen, which is the German. Another good tip is to have one player go ahead and open up the bank and withdraw a lot of points. If you don't know what the bank is, you pretty much go to these two keys and you press X to withdraw or deposit on either side. Okay, so then gonna want to go ahead and run down to the shack over by the town. The shack is where the bank room is. It's if you head down the hill and you hug the left side, and you'll come to this little shack. Kind of in the woods. There'll be a little bit of fire in front of it. There'll be an axe. You can't really miss it. There's two locations. There's a spot in the fireplace, and there's a spot on this table for the piece of spawn. In my case, it was in the fireplace, so I picked it up. And then you're going to want to head back to the town, and you're going to want to put this part onto the build table that is inside the bar. Once you do that, you're going to want to head over to the tunnel at near spawn, where the M16 is, and you're going to want to go in these locations. Alright guys, so now that I'm in the tunnel, I'm going to go ahead and show you the locations. Mine happen to be right there. There's two other locations in between the cars to my right, and then back farther on the wall on the left. And the same thing with this part, you're going to want to go ahead and get to the town and put this part on the build table that is in the bar. It doesn't matter which player actually grabs the parts as long as all of the parts are put onto that same build table. Okay, so now that I'm at the power, you're going to want to go ahead and work your way around to the exit, actually, of the power. And you're going to want to make your way over here to this ledge where it's broken. You're going to be very careful going slow. I suggest hug the wall. You're going to slowly fall down until you get down here. There's a couple locations where the part can spawn. It can spawn right where I'm looking right now. It can spawn on that cylinder, and it can also spawn right here where it spawned for me. Same again with this part. You're going to want to take this part over to the build table in the bar at the town. Okay, so once you make your way over to the corn maze, you're going to want to go ahead and enter on the right hand side, and you're going to want to make your way down past the car, and there's going to be this really tiny entrance over here in the corn maze that I just walked into, and you're going to find a remake of Richtofen from Call of Duty World at War. There's three spots, sorry, for this spawn location. There's one right there on the stairs. There's one on the shelf. And then if it's not there, then you got to go all the way over to this corner on this little file cabinet, and it will be right there. So you go ahead and pick this part up, and you'll get a quote from Richtofen.
Oh, that is a nice speed! Now you have everything you need to make the jet engine ready!
Alright, so now after you pick up this part, it'll say the quote, and then you're going to want to go ahead and put this part on the build table at the bar, and you'll be able to pick up the jet gun, or the Thrustiodyne Aeronautics Model 23. Okay guys, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up the pack-a-punch. So you're going to want to have one player over by the bank room. You're going to want to grenade both doors, and then you're going to want to have one player over in the power room with a turbine. You're going to want to place it down as soon as you drop down from the toilet area, and then you're going to have this one player with enough points to pack a punch, and you can have him pack a punch his M1911 pistol. We found it was easiest to do it with this pistol. You can do this next step with grenades, but we found it easier just to pack a punch this gun. So we're going to go ahead and pack a punch this gun right now. And then we're going to make our way over to the corn maze again under that pylon, which you might have noticed and might not have. We'll be right there. Okay guys, so as soon as you make your way over to the corn maze again, you're going to want to enter to the left this time. You're going to want to make your way over to this giant tower. In your case, it won't be glowing. It's glowing for me because I've already done the Easter egg on maxis' side. We're doing Richtofens this time. So, you get a quote from Richtofen.
Meine Schwastika, try again. The obelisk must be as hard as you can make it.
And then you're going to want to hold the trigger key on the thrusterdyne while you're facing the obelisk. As soon as it's done charging, you're going to get another quote from Richtofen saying that he needs the 115.
Now he needs the 115. What's the only place to get that is from the flesh. The flesh! You must wrest the 115 from the undead by killing them. Oh boy, do you need a bunch of it. Get busy!
Okay, so now this is where your Mustang and Sally are going to come in handy. You're going to want to take a group of zombies and make them explode with the Mustang and Sally right near that orb that I'm knifing right now. We'll do that a few times in the video, and eventually you'll get another quote from Richtofen.
Kill you again! You must reduce the incoming power by a factor of 4.
Okay, so Richtofen says we gotta decrease the power by a factor of 4 because apparently there's too much power going in. So this is a step where you pretty much can't do it with one player. You can do it with 2, 3, or 4. We in this video did it with 2. I'll explain how to do it with 4 players and 3 players as soon as we get to what we need. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to have at least 2 players in your game get the EMP grenades. If you have 4 players, you can just have all 4 get it, and it will be very easy compared to what we had to do. But once you have enough players with EMP grenades, at least 2, you're gonna want to go ahead and position your players in front of 2 different light posts. What we did is we have me over at spawn, and we made a teleporter with a denizen, and we're ready to go. Like, I'm standing on it, I'm facing down, as you can see in the video, and we have my partner DTZxPunishment over at the diner with a teleporter ready to go. So he's looking down and I'm looking down. I call it throw your EMP, and as soon as we throw the EMP, we jump right in the portal and we throw our next EMP, even if the screen's black, because your character's technically already there. So you throw it, and as soon as you throw it, you should get another quote from Richtofen, if you're Stuhlinger, saying that you've done everything, and if you don't have the achievement, it will pop up saying you've gotten the achievement Tower of Babble.
Yeah, you did it! Soon this beautiful planet will be healed once more. Und the flesh will cover the earth. What a glorious day that will be for you. You will be the hero that will save all of the earth for me to play with.
Alright guys, that's the end of our Easter egg achievement for Tower of Babel on Transit. If you have any problems, please comment and I'll respond as soon as I can.